Hello everybody, welcome to Debbie Drama. My name is Debbie and today I'm going to see if I can take you with me when I give blood. Yeah, because I had to cancel a blood appointment about a month ago because I had a cold, I had laryngitis, and they always say don't give blood if you're unwell, so I cancelled it. I think I actually cancelled it a day before, and usually they ask you to do it 2 days. But it was just, that was the point. I was just like, oh, hang on a second, I'm supposed to be giving blood tomorrow and I'm still not well. So I cancelled the appointment. And then I saw that another one was available before the end of the year. So I booked in for it and I'm absolutely fine now. So voice is back. But yes, I'm going to try and take you with me and kind of show you the process a little bit, because I haven't really done that on the channel before. I think one of the last times I gave blood, I did put it on my Instagram in the stories, so you can't really see it anymore. I'll show you kind of what I've done so far to prep, because I always send you a form. But yeah, so you always get a letter confirming your appointment details. I'm not going to show you that part because it's got my address on it. So this is just the donor checklist where you go through and it asks you questions about your health, about your sex life, and then you just have to kind of, basically, the more ticks you can put in the no column, the better chance you have of giving blood. And it asks you if you've been out of the country, if you've had any illnesses, if you've had any addition or change to your medicines. It asks about your family medical history as well. Yeah, it asks about like piercings and tattoos and stuff. Acupuncture is even on here as well. I've never had acupuncture, but yeah, so it kind of just goes through your health check basically and checks that you are actually okay to give blood, and then you sign it at the bottom and date it. And then the other side, I'm not going to show you because it's got my personal details on it, but you've got another bit on the other side that has to be signed in the presence of the people who are taking your blood. It just basically says that you've read and understood the welcome booklet that they give you when you arrive, and saying, like, to the best of my knowledge, I'm not at risk of infection or transmitting infections. This is a welcome booklet. But yeah, so I filled all that bit out, and then I'll sign it in front of the people who are taking my blood. I'm going to try and take you with me. Let's see how this goes. I'll see you later. Hi everybody. So I'm at the venue that I give blood at. I used to give blood at the hotel that I work at a few years ago, but they don't come to my hotel anymore. I think it's mainly because of the size of the room. They like to be able to go into bigger venues so they can get more beds in and they can see more people. And they stopped the hotel and now I give blood in Harrogate. I'm actually half an hour early, because I gave myself plenty of time to get here because the traffic to Harrogate is usually a nightmare, but it was quite smooth sailing. So it's 1:30 and my appointment's at 2 o'clock, so I'll probably head in about 10 minutes. But while I'm waiting, I thought I'd share with you the one time I did actually pass out after giving blood, and that was back when it was at my hotel and I was working that day as well. So I'd been working in the morning. I got myself an hour and a half, I think, to have lunch and give blood. And let me just tell you, you're not really supposed to eat directly before giving blood because it can affect things, and that's what happened to me. Actually, I think I gave blood first and then I came back and ate afterwards. Yes, so I think I was more or less on an empty stomach actually when this happened. I went in, I gave blood, everything seemed normal, and then I gave myself about 20 minutes before heading back to work. And so I remember standing at the desk checking somebody into the spa, and then all of a sudden the music that we had playing seemed really far away. The woman I was checking in seemed to kind of just go further and further back in the room, and I was just like, what is going on here? And then the next thing I knew, I was on the floor with the woman on top of me going, oh my god, are you okay? Turned out I had fainted. I hit my chin on the desk in front of me when I went down, and then I hit my head on the cabinet behind me as I went down. I was wearing a hair clip at the time, so the hair clip kind of broke my fall slightly, but the hair clip broke. So if that had been my head, ouch, that is my fainting story. Nice quick story time for you of the time I passed out after giving blood. And everybody around was just going, oh my god, are you okay? And I was just like, I'm fine, I think I just came back to work a bit too quickly. And everyone was looking at the little patch on my arm. It's just like, oh my god, have you had like a blood test or something? And I was just like, I gave blood in the hotel about an hour ago, and that was why. So afterwards the kitchen made me some food so that I could go sit down for a bit, and then I went back to work as normal. But yeah, that's the only time I've actually passed out so far after giving blood. Touch wood. It's still like only 32 minutes past 1. I must admit, it doesn't seem that busy here, so I think I'm going to go in and see if my appointment can get brought forward, because that's always nice. It's always good to be early, don't want to be late. So get in there early sometimes means you can be seen quicker. So let's see if that'll happen. I'll talk to you in a bit. Okay, so I'm all sorted. Gym exercises. I go every so often. Such a flattering angle. My guy Danny thinks I might be done in about 10 minutes. That'd be nice. I think it's nice to just sit and chill. I always donate out of my right arm because I'm left-handed, and I've got a nice juicy vein on my right hand side that people love. Yeah, so the guy helping me out today is called Danny, and he's lovely. Is it weird to say this process is kind of relaxing? Once the needle's in, you don't feel it. I could very easily have like a 10-minute power nap right now. Is that weird to say? So I'm all done, and it's 2:15. Yeah, because as you saw, I arrived about half an hour early, and then I probably, after popping to the loo before I went into the room, I was probably in there for about 22, and then after sitting for about 5 minutes, just took me straight through. So did the pinprick on my finger to check my hemoglobin levels, also known as your iron levels. That was all fine. I signed my life away because you have to sign paperwork just to confirm that you can give blood. Bit Mevo magic. Now let's see if I can make my way through.
Timeless relaxing classics.
See if I can make my way through the back roads to get back to the beginning again. There's nobody behind me, is there? But yeah, so that was so easy. And as you saw, it was a very quick process, the fact that I'm out 15 minutes after my appointment time. So I had Danny, who was the guy who got me to sort out all my paperwork and everything. It's so much easier to turn left here. And then I didn't catch the name of the guy who helped me afterwards, but he was so lovely. He was telling me like not to do anything too strenuous, and he was just like, what have you got planned for the rest of the day? And it's like, oh well, I'm working at a theatre tonight. And he was just like, oh, nothing too strenuous I hope. I was just like, no, it's just front of house stuff, so unless I'm doing ice creams, I'm not doing much apart from like reading or watching the show. And he was just like, yeah, don't lift any ice creams because they're quite heavy boxes, so if I do, I'll just mention to them that I think I can get out of this one. It feels like I always get confused when I come to this one. I think this is the way I used to come home when I worked at AQA, the exams board. But yeah, nice and easy, giving blood. I think they said my time today was about 9 minutes 50 seconds, so I think it's round about the same as it was last time, because the timer goes up to 15 minutes on their machines. There was a woman in front of me who they said seemed to be struggling a little bit. Is it straight on or left here? I think it's straight on. Oh, I know where I am. Yep, it's come back to me where I am. So I turn left here. I may fill up my car on my way back as well, because it looks quite cheap at Sainsbury's. Don't change Sainsbury's, you're always the cheapest around here. It's such an easy process when you can give blood, and as I said, the worst bit is the pinprick. So I think there's still a little blood there, so I might have to put a plaster on when I get home. Harrogate is a lovely town, and it's a shame the amount of shops that have closed recently. But it's because that people haven't realised, people have made the connection that everybody finds it so much easier to shop online these days. When stuff is cheaper online than it is in store, that's what people are going to do. But yes, I'm now going to turn off and listen to some tunes, and I'll have a chat to you when I get home. I'm home! It's like 2:45 and all done. And it took me like half an hour to get home, so nice and quick. So I've got the tiniest little pinprick right there from where they tested my iron levels, which were absolutely fine, which is why I was able to give blood. And then I've got my little patch on here. So the circular bit on top just stays on for half an hour, so I can probably take that off soon. And then the main plaster stays on for something like 8 or 12 hours or something. So I usually just leave it on overnight just to be safe. So I'll be off in the morning. I found out I don't actually need to be at work tomorrow, which is great. My boss texted me and said, actually it's really quiet, so you're not needed. So that's nice to hear. I'm not sure I showed you, I'm wearing my Harry Potter necklace today. I was watching Lucy Wood at Universal this morning as I was getting ready, and it just put me in a Harry Potter mood, so I'm wearing that. But yes, so I'm all sorted. I've given blood, I'm A positive, and I'm kind of looking forward to hearing where my blood ends up, because nowadays they always send you a message saying where your blood goes, and usually it's hospitals around here. I've had my blood go to a hospital in the Midlands before. It's made it to Manchester before, I know that. Because you can have hot drinks after your first donation for giving blood. It's gone all to self-service, and I don't know how to use the machine, and I'm a tea drinker, not a coffee drinker, and it's like a coffee machine with a tea option, or a hot water option, but I never braved myself to use that machine, so I just stick with juice. And I had some digestive biscuits, which was very nice. Blood all sorted. I have orange cheese and nuts for my lunch today with my cup of tea, and then I'm at the theatre tonight for Wisdom Bars! Yay! Oh, why am I so hyper today? I had a good night's sleep last night. That might have something to do with it. It is so windy outside, and my hair's just everywhere right now. But yes, so thanks for watching my blood doona day. Hello everybody, it's very shiny. There we go. So I just wanted to update you on the blood thing. So my finger has a massive bruise on it, and it hurts like hell. Seriously, the finger prick test thing is the most painful part of the process, it really is. My goal tonight at work was to not pass out, and I did it. I didn't pass out, because I did feel a bit just lethargic this afternoon, and I just thought that I might get a bit dizzy at work, but as soon as I got to work I had a lemonade, and I think that sorted everything out. So I'll leave the plaster on overnight, because I usually do, just to be safe, and then I'll take it off in the morning. Yes, thanks for watching. That's been a day of me giving blood. If you want to subscribe you can. If you want to see other videos like this, just let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Mwah.